Welcome to Korean Cinema Channel. Today I would like to send you the following news.
Zhao Lusi's image collapse on set, unveiling the truth behind the recently. Rumors circulated online suggesting that Zhao Lusi's sweet image had collapsed after she reportedly swore at Wu Lei on set. Many fans were shocked and curious about the incident, leading to a flurry of discussions. However, as is often the case with such rumors, the reality seems more nuanced than what was initially portrayed in truth. The incident likely stems from a behind-the-scenes moment of playful banter between the two actors. Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei are known for their close friendship and camaraderie off-screen, and such exchanges are often part of their relaxed and friendly working dynamic. It's important to recognize that the entertainment industry, especially during long hours of filming, is a place where actors often let their guard down, and what might seem harsh in one context can be entirely innocent in another. Rather than marking the end of Zhao Lusi's sweet persona, this incident could simply be a reflection of her natural, unfiltered side, something that only adds to her relatability and authenticity. Fans who admire her should remember that no one is perfect, and such moments don't define a person's true character. If anything, this episode shows that the bond between Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei is strong enough to withstand light-hearted teasing, reinforcing the idea that their friendship and mutual respect go far beyond the camera lens. The incident's origin. Behind the scenes of Stars Falling from the Sky. The origin of this incident dates back to the filming of Stars Falling from the Sky, when a behind-the-scenes video was shared. The video, which was already widely circulated last year during the drama's popular run, captured an unscripted moment between Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei. In the video, Zhao Lusi playfully swears at Wu Lei, which, at the time, was likely seen as part of their friendly and humorous dynamic on set. Although this video was viewed countless times by fans, it wasn't until recently that the moment sparked controversy, with some fans taking it out of context and speculating that it was a sign of Zhao Lusi's sweet image collapse. However, for those familiar with their relationship, this was likely just a light-hearted exchange between two close colleagues who share a strong bond of friendship and mutual respect. As the behind-the-scenes video continues to circulate, it's important to remember that such moments, captured off guard, do not define their professional personas. The casual nature of the interaction is more a testament to their ease with each other rather than any serious breach of character. Fans who understand the dynamics of filming know that these candid moments are part of the unfiltered, human side of their relationship, and they don't diminish the genuine affection and camaraderie between Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei. The first horseback scene, a moment of fear and laughter. The incident in question happened during the filming of Stars Falling from the Sky when Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi were filming their first horseback riding scene. The horse got a little out of control and began running wildly, which understandably startled Zhao Lusi. She was so frightened that she screamed, and the crew members jokingly pointed out how wide her mouth opened in fear, even humorously saying that they could almost see her stomach. This moment, though a bit embarrassing for Zhao Lusi, was entirely natural under the circumstances. Horses can be unpredictable, and it's completely normal to react with fear in such a situation, especially for someone not accustomed to riding. Her reaction was a testament to her genuine, unfiltered self, not the sweet persona she often portrays on screen. Despite the initial shock, this behind-the-scenes moment later became a source of light-hearted laughter for the crew and viewers alike. The playful teasing, including the comments about her wide-open mouth, shows the easy camaraderie between the cast and crew. Far from diminishing Zhao Lusi's image, this incident only adds to her relatability, showcasing a side of her that's both vulnerable and endearing. Fans who saw the video could appreciate the naturalness of the moment, further strengthening the bond between the audience and the actors. A moment of fear and misunderstanding. It's clear from the incident that Zhao Lusi was genuinely scared during that horseback riding scene. It was a high-stress moment, and her reaction was completely natural given the situation. In such circumstances, a moment of panic can lead to words being said without much thought, and that's exactly what happened when she let out a swear word. If we were to judge someone's character based on a single slip of the tongue in a moment of fear, it would indeed be unfair and overly harsh. Just like ordinary people sometimes casually say "I can't believe it" or "what the heck" in moments of frustration or surprise, Zhao Lusi's exclamation was just a spontaneous reaction. These words aren't meant to reflect her true nature, but rather the human tendency to express emotions in a raw, unfiltered way when startled. It's important to remember that everyone has moments of vulnerability, and the occasional slip-up doesn't define a person's character. For Zhao Lusi, this was just one of those moments when fear took over, and rather than seeing it as a flaw, Fans should see it as an authentic and relatable part of who she is, someone who, like everyone else, is prone to moments of surprise and vulnerability. Context and cultural differences. You're absolutely right. Zhao Lusi's use of a swear word wasn't directed at Wu Lei, but rather as an expression of frustration or surprise in a moment of fear. It's important to note that Zhao Lusi is from Sichuan, and people from Sichuan and Chongqing are known for their fiery personalities and direct speech. Words like her are common casual expressions in the region and don't carry the same level of severity as they might in other contexts. These are more like everyday, informal exclamations rather than insults. For Zhao Lusi, it was likely just a reflexive response in a stressful moment, not a deliberate attack on anyone. In this case, her use of strong language can be understood as part of her natural expression, shaped by her regional background. Fans who are familiar with the local dialects and expressions would probably see this as an authentic, relatable moment rather than something negative. It's just another example of how, even in moments of vulnerability, the true self of a person comes through, and there's no need for harsh judgment. You're right, it's more accurate to describe these expressions as tone particles or emphasis words rather than insults. In the context of Sichuan and Chongqing dialects, words like are often used casually in conversation among friends or peers, especially when emotions run high. They are not necessarily meant to offend or insult. Instead, they serve as a way to emphasize feelings such as frustration, surprise, or excitement. In Sichuan and Chongqing culture, people understand that these words are just part of the expressive language used during emotional moments. They don't carry the same weight as direct insults, and it's common for people in these regions to use them in daily conversation without anyone taking offense. So, when Zhao Lusi used one of these words, it wasn't a personal attack on Wu Lei, but simply an emotional outburst that fits with her local dialect and culture. It's important to understand these cultural nuances before jumping to conclusions, as it reflects a natural and unfiltered side of communication that doesn't equate to disrespect exactly. These casually spoken words, often used in high-energy, emotionally charged situations, are quite common in places like internet cafes or among drivers in Sichuan and Chongqing. For people familiar with the regional dialects and cultural context, these expressions are just part of the everyday language, not meant to be taken seriously or as insults. In the case of Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei, the behind-the-scenes footage clearly shows that Zhao Lusi was genuinely frightened and even cried at the horse's unexpected behavior. Wu Lei, on the other hand, responded with care and humor, even wiping her tears and making her feel at ease. This shows that the moment was simply a result of the chaotic situation on set, and Zhao Lusi's words were not meant to offend anyone, especially not Wu Lei. Their strong bond and understanding were clearly unaffected by this small slip of the tongue. The way Wu Lei handled the situation, with laughter and tenderness, further reinforces that their relationship is built on mutual respect and care. This light-hearted moment in the behind-the-scenes footage actually adds depth to their connection, showing that they can navigate these situations together with understanding and humor. It's a reminder that in the entertainment industry, the human side of these stars shines through, and such moments only strengthen their bond, rather than diminishing it exactly. In moments of extreme fear or stress, it's completely natural for people, including actors, to let out words or expressions that are typically considered unsavory. After all, actors are still human, not saints. In such situations, emotions can overwhelm, and reactions like swearing or shouting are just part of the instinctive response to fear. I think the real reason some people were taken aback wasn't necessarily because of the swear words themselves, but because of the contrast between Zhao Lusi's usual sweet girl persona and the language she used in that moment. Fans who are used to seeing her play innocent, kind-hearted characters might find it jarring when she breaks that image, even if it's in a moment of surprise. This kind of contrast between her usual image and this unfiltered outburst might feel like a surprise, but it doesn't mean she's breaking character or ruining her image. It's simply a reflection of her natural reaction in an intense situation. So, while it might feel like a stark contrast to her usual sweet image, it doesn't necessarily mean she's destroying her persona. It's just a reminder that no one is perfect, and moments of vulnerability like this can actually make her seem more real and relatable. Fans who admire her understand that such incidents are part of being human, and they don't define her character or talent. You bring up a very valid point. It's unfortunate that in the entertainment industry, when someone faces a small slip-up or a moment of vulnerability, there's often a rush to criticize and tear them down. While Zhao Lusi may not be perfect, and her acting may not always stand out to everyone. That doesn't give anyone the right to pile on and amplify her mistakes. The reality is, no one is flawless, and as long as someone is not breaking the law or behaving in a morally questionable way, there's no need to go so far in criticizing them. It feels like there's a tendency to kick someone when they're down, especially when they're in the public eye, and that's not a healthy or fair response. Zhao Lusi is simply doing her job and living her life, and the moment she has a small mistake or an unfiltered reaction, people feel the need to pounce on it. This kind of behavior reflects more on the critics than the person being criticized. It's important to remember that celebrities are human beings too, and they should be treated with the same understanding and empathy that we would extend to anyone in our personal lives. Public figures, like Zhao Lusi, deserve the opportunity to make mistakes and grow without being relentlessly targeted. It's a reminder that we should focus on supporting others and offering constructive criticism rather than contributing to unnecessary negativity.
Thank you for watching my channel. See you in the next videos. Thanks.